I heard like a weird noise, and when I looked up, I just saw it falling from the sky, and then just saw a big splash in the river.
Developing tonight at 11, a tragedy in New York. A helicopter crashed into the Hudson River earlier this afternoon. It is the latest aviation accident this year. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Priscilla Casper. Colton has the night off. Here is what we know so far tonight. 6 people died in a sightseeing chopper, 3 adults and 3 children. 5 of the victims were tourists from Spain, and the 6th was the pilot. They have not been identified yet. Authorities say the helicopter lost control shortly after it turned at the George Washington Bridge, and now they continue that investigation as to exactly how this happened. Meanwhile, back here at home, our Jericho Tran spoke to local pilots. She's joining us live from Norwood Airport with what they had to say. Jericho.
Priscilla, I can tell you those pilots were shocked. They all tell me that generally helicopters are safe aircraft. So there were a lot of questions as to exactly how this crash happens as the investigation continues. The jarring video of this helicopter falling straight into the Hudson River this afternoon shocked pilots.
None of us in the aviation industry, and particularly the helicopter industry, never want to see something like that.
I can't imagine what the occupants were thinking or what they were feeling.
That's the last flight.
Sky Ranger pilot Giselle De Oliveira pulled up the fallen helicopter's flight plan to show us just how quickly the aircraft plunged towards the ground.
So he's going to look, and now start diving.
Falling over 1,000 feet in seconds.
Then after that, they need dives to the end there.
Let me see it.
Sky Ranger photographer Ed Hughes was able to point out key pieces of the helicopter that seemed to break off as the aircraft descended.
When you lose a tail rotor or any of the blades off of a helicopter, there really isn't any chance to get out of that.
And while we know all 6 of the occupants did not survive, President of Survival Systems Maria Hanna says there are ways to determine the survival rate after a crash.
It depends on altitude, angle of impact, speed of impact, whether or not it glides on the water.
Saying the investigation will reveal more.
You always have to take a look at the accident and decide, was it a survivable event or a non-survivable event? And some of that we won't know really until they finish the investigation.
And the Federal Aviation Administration and the National Transportation Security Board will be providing updates on that investigation over the next few days. In Norwood, Jericho Tran, NBC 10 Boston.
Just a tragic story. Jericho, thank you. Be sure to stay with us here on NBC 10 Boston for continuing coverage of that deadly crash. We will bring you the very latest on air. And if you're away from a TV, you can download our free news app.